Nah, this is crazy to me, man. That didn't take long whatsoever. Now, just reacting to Omizi's last video or whatever, or one of his last videos, basically breaking down the whole Adin, Ross, Sophia, and what's going on in that world, and Adin Ross basically crying that no one likes him. We got him pushing the line even flipping further in that, man. Now, I already told you guys, I got called a hater, by the way, in that reaction. Apparently, I was hating on Adin, because one thing you can't do is appreciate something that someone has done in their career and also criticize the BS that they do. Apparently, you can't do that. You either have to love them blindly or hate them blindly. There's no in between in that, man. You cannot trust a man that will mock his own identity and is not true to anything and anyone in that, bro. Because Adin Ross will basically sacrifice his own identity, mock his own identity, and also the people around him just for his own gain in that, bro. You can't trust that. He's Jewish, and look who he has on his platforms. The guy has black people around him. He's a part of black culture and that, bro. And look at the people that he has around him and that, bro. Someone that literally says, you can say the N-word, it's fine to say it, but you only have to say it in a certain situation. But I'm the hater, though. Let's get into this, man. Omizi in the building.
I brought you something.
Okay. What'd you bring him? Oh my God.
I think this.
Oh yeah, I'm disappointed in Super Hot Fire as well, and that, bro. That boy's yeah.
I know a lot of guys. You guys don't really like me, so I wanted to bring this to show you that I want to be standing in solidarity with the community.
No, I don't have a problem. Listen, I understand. Shut the up. Shut the up. I don't want to talk to your black. All right, shut the mouth. Go you traitor.
Bro, y'all know how I feel about Adin. Like, you feel me? Part of the reason why I started streaming, but I feel like he do be doing some nuts. Like, which is so weird to me because of where he started. Like, he started as a hub of pop culture, you feel me?
Over the past couple years, Adin Ross has lost a lot of luster and shine in his name. I feel like a lot of content creators, when talking about the streaming game, begrudgingly bring up his name on the Mount Rushmore. Kind of like Thomas Jefferson. He's there, but he's definitely got a past about him. One of the main issues why Adin Ross keeps losing a little bit of this sheen is because of who he decides to continuously bring onto his platforms. This past weekend when he had his brand risk event, it wasn't about the fight that brought controversy. There wasn't anything remarkable about it, except for this one guy that Adin Ross keeps platforming. Gypsy Crew.
Oh no, that I watched Zeus, shout out Zeus and Bido. I watched their reaction to Chibu and Blueface's fight. That was actually kind of entertaining, bro. Them man were getting it in. Them man were getting it in.
Is his name and racism is his game.
Hey, what's going on? I like your hat there. Can I wear one of those hats? If I wear one, is it okay?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a man. That stupid thought that Finland and Greenland are the same country. This stupid said to me, that's why Trump is gonna take her. I'm like, what are you talking?
And these are all my first times actually seeing these clips right here and that. You get me? So it just gets worse and worse.
Finland and Greenland are two completely different places.
And Adin Ross wants to take no accountability.
That's my right there. Hey, bro.
And the question that everybody had on their mind is, why does Adin Ross keep platforming these people? Do creators have some sort of responsibility as to who they bring on their platform and the things they do outside of that platform?
100%.
And more importantly, does that speak to their own character? If you're new to this and you haven't already, please make sure you hit that.
And this is the thing, Adin Ross ain't black. So to some degree, bro, it's like I don't even expect him to even have the understanding of what black people have gone through and what we go through on a daily basis and that, bruv. He's not black. He doesn't know what the black experience is like. Cool. But then to be a Jewish and that, bruv, and literally bringing a guy on your platform that did the Nazi salute a multitude of times, bro. And you see nothing wrong with that. This is the thing. When something's on the internet and that, bro, it's like people's viewpoints and shifts. Because if your friend did that, if someone did that in the street, you're going to see it a completely different way. But then because it's on the internet and it's content and there's a camera on and all that stuff, all type of stuff, apparently it's not that deep anymore in that, bro. And it's content. Oh bro, why are you taking it so seriously in that, bro? Crazy.
Subscribe button. It goes a long way. Maybe at the next brand risk boxing event, and I'm going to need all the support that I can get. Now, back into the video. Streamers and their
kinda
platforms
get-
have become press-run destinations for outside celebrities and other content creators who have some new big venture or are trying to get their name out there in the space. Pretty much all of Mafiathon 2 or 3 was filled with the Kardashians, Kevin Hart, this celebrity, that celebrity, and anybody that you can think of. And to be quite honest with you, I will say that that started off with Adin Ross. Especially during the pandemic, he brought on a bunch of different celebrities and entertainers who not only were bored, but also had something to promote, kind of laying the foundation that streaming was a viable place and space for platforming different voices. And don't get me wrong,
And that's what I'm saying, bro. You can't mention streaming and not mention Adin Ross and that, man. I feel like it's during the whole kick saga, sorry. I feel like when he kind of got blackballed from Twitch and certain people weren't effing with him, and then he went onto a platform like Kick where there's no rules and you can do whatever you want and that, man. And him still wanting to have those relationships with said people, but they didn't want the relationship with him. I feel like it built some sort of resentment, and he just got deeper and deeper into this whole of edginess and just weirdness, and just kept on pushing the line more and more. I genuinely think if Kick never existed, we wouldn't be here right now with Adin Ross in this whole weird flipping saga. I promise you. That whole saga right there, bro, it shifted everything, man. It shifted everything just for content in general and streaming in general and that, man. You get me? But 100%, you can't mention streaming and not mention Adin Ross's name and that. It's unfortunate that we're here
was
today.
a viable place and space for platforming different voices. And don't get me wrong, Adin Ross has had a ton of other guests, whether it be 21 Savage, Playboy Cardi, Tory Lanez. Hold on. They might be evil. But nowadays, he's starting to platform some weirdos. He's platformed weirdos before, like Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate, but this time it's just a little bit different. Meet Gypsy Crusader, a controversial internet personality who has a bunch of racist, bigoted, homophobic, and whatever other thing you can think of stuff on his jacket and on his internet resume.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. How you doing?
You look like Michael Jackson.
You look like an ugly n***.
You
are a n***. You are a
There we go. Now the press conference say too, all right?
Now, he isn't some sort of big content creator to this day, but he is big enough to where he has his own Wikipedia page. Miller attended a Trump rally and told a black woman with a sign that said Black Lives Matter that only white lives matter and to hail him, before calling another black woman a chimp. Later that day, Miller drove by a Black Lives Matter rally in East Brunswick, New Jersey, and yelled, "Hard R N-word lives don't matter," several times at protests. An objectively bad person. I challenge everyone to read that Wikipedia page. He's really, really awful. But it does beg the question, why the hell does Adin Ross platform this type of guy? Especially because, for what it's worth, this guy also doesn't like Adin Ross.
Do you like me?
No!
What?
I don't like you. I've never liked you. I hate you.
What?
I can't fucking stand you. I think you're an asshole. I'm being serious.
I know.
This is the thing though. I already told you guys, Adin Ross is a man-child, bro. The guy has not grown. I don't really feel like he's been through any hardship or any crazy situation in his life, and that, bro, that actually helped his flipping mental IQ actually grow past the age of flipping 15 and that, bro. Yeah, we have, what is that story again? He always used to tell this story about how he got stabbed or whatever or something like that, bro. Like, allow me, man. He hasn't been through anything in his life to actually take life seriously. Everything is literally a joke to him, man. Down to his own flipping identity and what he's supposed to stand for, which
I
is
can't
crazy
fucking
to me,
stand you. I think you're an asshole. I'm being serious.
I know.
You know something?
What?
You know what kills me about you?
What?
You did this, right? You threw money at me so that you could hope that some kicks my...
Hey! What the fuck is that?
No.
It must be some sort of humiliation ritual or kink or fetish to have a guy like this on your platform, knowing that he disrespects you, your people, doesn't like you, none of these different things. Like, this guy is actively telling you that, hey, I'm a racist, I don't like you, I don't like anybody that's about to be at this sort of event. The only reason why you brought me here is to try to humiliate me, but I'm gonna do the same thing to you. And Adin Ross is just sitting there taking it. Gypsy Crusader continues these sorts of tirades at the press conference or said brand risk event as well.
I brought you something.
Would you bring him?
For peace.
Oh my God.
I did forget the watermelon. I forgot the watermelon in the car.
Brother.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Bro,
give me a fucking hug.
I beat the shit out of
Yo,
that
give me a
nigga,
fucking
bro.
hug, bro.
He was in the back, bro. He was in the back like, he was holding his ribs and pain and shit.
Oh my God.
He was moaning
What
and
about-
groaning.
you look good. Let me do an
I feel like
inspection.
I've been playing Fight Night.
Let me do an inspection.
Have you seen him? He looks crazy.
Where is he?
Shit.
Should I go? Should I go?
Nah, he
Grab him,
ran
bro?
out, he gone. I made fun of him because he was moaning and groaning. And we got like little lockers and shit. And I was like, yeah, you in pain? That's what I thought. And he's like, yeah.
Whatever. Coach, you a hard R? Oh yeah, of course he does. But I'm not on a meal team. Like I don't give a fuck.
Now the fight concluded, and I think Gypsy Crusader does win, but that's not what anybody cares about. Even some of the edgiest of edgelords were wondering why the hell was he even there? Like this isn't even enjoyable. This is super duper cringy, and it's gotten so bad that people who are around Adin, praising Adin as one of the pioneers or forefront of content creation, specifically in the streaming sphere, somebody that has put a lot of people on, are now questioning his decision making about platforming this type of dude.
Bro, y'all know how I feel about Adin, like you feel me? Part of the reason why I started streaming, but I feel like he do be doing some nut shit, like, which is so weird to me because of where he started. Like, he started as a hub of pop culture, you feel me? But I mean, his career is his career, bro. Like, it is what it is, bro.
Me and Adin haven't spoken in months, right? We spoke one time in a long time. We've spoken one time in like months. I don't know, 4, 5, I don't know how many months. We haven't had a conversation in months. Just because he got different views and shit, I got different views, and our communities hate each other. We just haven't spoke. Like, on some, no beef or nothing. We just haven't really talked like that.
You was at the store watching a racist fight,
You
nigga.
guys
You mad
got
with?
chill. We literally see Adin Ross say and do racist things, platform people that are racist and also anti-Semitic, and you man keep doing this whole we got different views and no, bro, like what, bro? Man was literally platforming a guy that was spamming hard ER, bro, about different views. Nah, like what we doing here? That isn't a this isn't, oh yeah, I like pineapple on my pizza and you don't like pineapple on yours. No, this is much deeper than that, bro. I don't know why people keep saying that we have different views and that. This is what I'm saying as well, because it's not only Adin, content creators in general and that, bro, necessarily will go against their own morals and that, bro, and bend the rules and them thing there and that, fam, and don't necessarily care about anything but the views and the money and da. But it gets to a flipping point, man. God damn, it gets to a point.
You mad with? You mad with?
Yo, listen.
Fuck.
Listen.
He had two S's on his chest.
Yeah, and
What's wrong with him?
Listen.
He should have died. He should have died.
I wish he did, nigga.
The criticism wasn't necessarily just about the racism that Gypsy Crusader had in his content in the past or current. It was more so about Adin Ross's decision to platform him. I'm gonna let you guys into a little bit of a secret here. A lot of these content creators are afraid to call it what it is or make the square peg fit into the square hole. At this point, a duck is quacking, so you have to call a duck what it is. If somebody keeps platforming these controversial, racist, homophobic, misogynistic, whatever type of dudes, you have to acknowledge the fact that they align with some of these ideologies and beliefs. Even if they thought it was some sort of funny or amusing, that doesn't make sense to continuously do it over and over and over again, spamming it to the point where people are questioning why the hell you keep doing this, unless this is something that you align with. And I believe a lot of content creators feel this way about Adin Ross specifically, but just won't come out and say it. I know they fear the backlash in their comment sections. I know they fear that if they're not attached to him in some way, shape, form, or fashion, then it could be some sort of detrimental. But ultimately, I think that people should just start speaking out and calling it for what it is, especially to the people that have established their own communities that don't necessarily need to rely on him anymore. And for Adin himself, I do think that this is some sort of humiliation ritual or kink / fetish. Not only does he align with the ideology, but also he likes to be called out of his name, his people to be called out of his name. He thinks that this is the only way to get views, etc., etc. But it's strange because I think if he took the time to go about making different content, he would realize that his own community doesn't even necessarily like this stuff. Like the first laugh may be cool.
And even notice it as well. Anytime someone's like racist around Adin or someone's anti-Semitic or disrespecting him, bro, he's just laughing, bro. He just laughs. It gets to a point where we understand content, we understand laughing, haha, kiki, but there comes a point in that, bro, where you gotta put your flipping foot down. And the fact that he just smiles and laughs at everything, dude.
Making different content, he would realize that his own community doesn't even necessarily like this stuff. Like the first laugh may be cool, but the fourth, fifth, and sixth laugh even has some of the most diehard Adin Ross fans saying to themselves, what's going on here? Now, Adin Ross does come to the internet with some sort of response as to why he continues to platform certain people.
I saw what Max said about me and stuff like that. Max says like it's nutty or some shit to have Gypsy. Bro, everyone should really stay in their own lane. You're a streamer, bro, and as a streamer, you're here to express yourself. You came up from expressing yourself, and Max, you shouldn't really cater to cancel culture because you've been canceled.
Yeah, man's here to express racism and anti-Semitism, bro. Well done, bro. Yeah, well done. Expressing yourself and that, bro. I'm glad you feel free.
Which is not real. Multiple times by the community you're trying to stand by. There's nothing wrong with platforming people that have platforms, which, by the way, they don't just hate black people. He hates Jewish people, too. The name is literally brand risk. And I just don't appreciate people trying to tell me, oh, what I shouldn't and should do on how to stream. I've been doing this shit for years, bro. And brand risk is something going really well. And this is the most successful event. You don't have to like Gypsy. I wanted Gypsy to lose too. He won. But it's just really stupid. These streamers pick and choose when to call something out. Everyone needs to be.
Yeah, that's true. And I already said that, bro. Like, these streamers and content creators will always go against their morals and that, bro. Go against the right thing, knowing that they know what they're seeing right now is wrong, but they won't say anything. We already know this and that, bro. So that's definitely
consistent.
true.
They need to be consistent. Then don't watch. Don't watch my event. Don't support my event. Don't text me supporting it. Like, then don't watch.
And this is the thing. He can say this. That's cool. So he's basically brazenly saying, I can do what I want to do. You do what you want to do. Don't watch. But then also, don't come onto the internet crying that no one likes you. Stay in your lane then, bro. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. You can't have it both ways. You're telling someone to just stay in their own lane and that, bro. But stay in your lane then. When you go in to do all of this edgy content and and now you notice that certain people aren't picking up your phone calls and you're trying to speak or create collaborations with this person and that person and they don't want to and they're acting in that case and that instance as well and that, bro, don't be surprised and don't come crying on the internet. It's simple.
If it doesn't live up to your morals, then don't watch. It's that simple. And I see like communities getting on people's asses for pulling up. Dude, these streamers don't give a fuck about you. They all text me, they call me, we're friends outside of the shit.
Now, I do have to agree with Adin Ross on that last part about these streamers not caring about some of the things that their audience members do. And the fact that people do have their own autonomy and free will. You can either watch this or not watch this, support that person or not support that person. These people that do have a problem with Adin Ross probably shouldn't be watching, supporting, you know, going to his event, texting him on the side, etc., etc. And if you catch your favorite streamer there, I'm gonna be quite honest with you, you shouldn't fuck with him or her or whoever if those things don't align with your morals. Where I do have to disagree with Adin Ross, and this is too easy, is the quite blatant ignoring of the issues that people are bringing up. I think he addressed Blackboy Max off top because it was, you know, very targeted to get his point of view across, but they want to know why you keep platforming these people when culturally speaking, you could be and should be doing more. And you have been doing more. Stooping to this low level of entertainment is just so and it's revealing so much about your character and who you are.
The social media team is finally posting stuff. I'm happy that we had a great lead up and I'm happy to keep going. And as far as all these other streamers, again, that want to sit here and criticize me for platforming Gypsy, I'll do it again. I'll platform anybody on brand risk. You know why? Because I give the people what they want. I'm not gonna sit here and get silence and silence other people. If people wanna speak, if people wanna fight, let's go. I'm gonna give the people what they want. You don't have to like these people. You don't have to stay by their beliefs, but you're gonna watch every time. You're gonna watch the fights every single time. Why? Because you know it's entertaining and you're one of those people that wanna watch it as well. So you could sit there and bitch and complain.
Let's be honest, bro. The whole YouTube entertainment boxing scene has took a massive nosedive, bro. A massive nosedive. Even Adin talking about brand risk is the biggest event, bro. When we look at YouTube boxing, all of that is peaking that, bro. These men were filling out flipping stadiums, arenas, like your KSI and all of them type of guys. But all of that YouTube is took a big decline. All the biggest guys that were doing it aren't even doing it anymore, to where we got these flipping. This is what I'm saying. Because the spectacle isn't there anymore with the KSIs and Dada, you guys have to bring all of these weird, edgy people to try build the hype again and that, bro. Because you know for a fact, if you were just getting regular streamers that are quote unquote do normal content, it wouldn't hit like that. So you have to get all of these weird anti-Semites and racist, edgy guys and all of that type of stuff. You get what I'm trying, like, allow me, man. Like, no.
And moan about how it's fucked up and stupid to platform this guy, but you're gonna watch. And it's going to be all over your Twitter and Instagram feed.
Adin Ross doubles down and continues to miss the point that it's not about what these other creators find entertaining or their secret vices, but it's more about you, somebody with a big major platform, openly inviting these degenerate side characters only to get your platform used at the end of the day, and then you coming back and saying that these were regrettable decisions. You not taking ownership of the fact that you are the platformer and you could do something so much more responsible and even ethical with your platform. The reality is that Adin Ross has never been known for accountability. He built his career off of these shock value streams, you know, chaotic content that he's doing, platforming these controversial creators. And then when shit like this happens, you know, he doesn't stop and think about the broader implications and own up to his own action in these situations. The way that he recklessly platforms these people reminds me of how he dealt with the whole Donald Trump situation. Remember when Adin Ross brought Donald Trump on and asked him these softball questions questions, hyped him up, et cetera, like many of these other platforms and podcasters did when the last election was going on, only for Trump to see a major boost in that demographic that watches those streamers and content creators voting for him. Now Adin Ross has totally turned heel and said that he's regretted getting involved into politics and can even acknowledge that Trump is handling things weird, he's doing things wrong, but ultimately won't take responsibility in his own actions in, you know, endorsing somebody like Trump.
You have at least what you vote.
But that's what I'm saying, but he didn't really care about the political side, bro. He was only doing it for the spectacle and the content. Because even me, even some of these situations that's been going on or whatever with the whole like Iran situation, I watched a few videos, kind of like on the more military tactical side of things, kind of like, what's my man's name? I forgot the channel's name, bro, where they do all these different animations breaking down how these militaries basically do these operations and the tactical sides of it, bro. And I'm just doing it there to kind of just see, bro, what type of toys are these governments working with, what type of gadgets and that, bro. They're not telling us about that, but it invites weird people and that, bro. So it's kind of a thing where when it comes to going into that political space, no matter what it is, actually know what you're doing and actually have a care for it, bro. If you're doing this where you're just doing it for content, even like me to some degree reacting to those videos, bro, it just invites weird people into this thing and that, bro, and it brings a weird energy and that, fam. You get me? So that's one thing I'll say with that political issue and that, fam. Adin didn't really care about it, so he shouldn't have done it, but he was just doing it for the content. And look at me, I'm Adin Ross and that, bro. I got Trump on my show.
Voted for? I mean, again, bro, I voted for who I thought was the better candidate, and I would have done a stream with Kamala Harris as well, but
bro, you didn't know enough about the area that you're even voting in to even make a quote-unquote competent vote, bro. Like, get out of here.
You guys can keep fucking, this is who you voted for, this is who you voted for. Like, I thought Trump would have been better than Kamala. I thought Trump was better than Kamala. That's why I voted that. Guys, out of Trump and Kamala.
What do you mean was, bro? Look at the flipping... Anyway, we ain't even gonna go further with the political issue. Like I said,
Kamala. I thought Trump was better than Kamala. That's why I voted that. Guys, out of Trump and Kamala, I thought Trump was the better choice. I don't agree with everything that has to do, and I've been saying this for months with Trump. I dislike something he does. The Epstein thing to me is really fishy, and I'll be honest with you guys, that's why I'm always open about it. Okay? It's very, very weird to me. The Epstein shit is crazy because that goes in what else I'm saying, right? I call that out all the time, but people want to say Trumpy, 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 Trumpy. There's two options that we're going to win. Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. Now, I thought the better candidate is Trump. Okay? To make that very clear. There's only two to really choose from. It's not red and white. It's not rocket science here to understand.
Ultimately, these content creators do have some sort of obligation as to what they do and do not put on their platform. Most of their decisions are driven by the dollar sign, the AdSense, or the viewership that comes to the platform when it comes to, you know, who they bring on, who they leave off, et cetera, et cetera. But that doesn't mean that you don't have some sort of moral obligation that you should have to face after the fact when those actions blow up in your face.
Then on top of that, I got the fucking Secret Service calling me 5 times, nigga! I don't know goddamn shit about politics, my nigga. I don't know.
See, this is the route you should have taken. This is the route you should have taken.
If some way, somehow, something was to go into where I do the stream of politics, I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm going to sit on my stream and say, why did you guys call me? Like, I don't know. I've never did anything with politics. And these blogs are like trying to say, yo, gotta do the shit, God. And it's all the top blogs, but I'm like, bro, since when?
Whether it be controversial / racist content creators or politicians now know that they can leverage these other people who have already built a young and impressionable audience in order to elevate their message to different heights. And sometimes we have reckless content creators who really don't give a shit about anything else besides the view count that allow these people to be on there. All this does is normalize a content creator like a Gypsy Crusader, and it introduces them to a new audience. And we basically saw it in the red pill / manosphere space. What happens is that all these new age people that are coming up on the internet looking for some people to, you know, take their personality from, you know, get inspired by, gravitate towards. Now you are opening up the sheep to the wolves, and the wolves know that. They're going to come in, they're going to infiltrate, and they're going to reap the benefits of tapping these people's pockets, their mentality, et cetera, et cetera. And to be quite honest with you, I don't even know if some of these people believe these things. I do think Gypsy Crusader is who he says he is, but I'm talking about some of these manosphere guys, red pill guys, fitness people, health, spiritual people, all these different people that know that, hey, I can tap on this creator to get me in front of their audience. I don't even know if they believe these things, but they do know one thing. Some dumb, impressionable content creator who is looking for a click and a view will put me on there so I can say the most radical and irrational thing. Now, of course, Adin Ross will definitely move on from this controversy. None of these things usually stick. I will say the impact of this will be people distancing themselves in the streaming world, which they have, which only forces him to dig a deeper hole into this, you know, fringe side of the internet. But ultimately, the bigger conversation still exists. These content creators need to hold their platforms like a baby. These people that are producing millions of views on a singular piece of content shouldn't just be shilling it out to any Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes on the platform. I think the question going forward is quite simple. At what point does chasing content stop becoming entertainment and start becoming a responsibility for these creators? I think the answer is today.
My exact point, bro. And then you just have brain dead people and that, fam, not understanding that, bro. And thinking that because you're criticizing someone or calling out the BS that a streamer's doing, now all of a sudden you're a hater, bro. With every single human being in the world, you have good things and bad things about you. You guys have, you're too comfortable watching content and just seeing it as content and only entertainment. And these guys can't do no wrong on that, bro. And that's what enables them to do and continue to do things like that until it goes too far. And then people move on to the next creator and to the next creator and to the next creator and to the next flipping situation and that, bro. The more people call out these man's BS and that, bro, the more they're actually patting up, fam. But yeah, because Adin's just gonna get more and more and more and more radical, fam. I can already see it. But it's your boy and Jazz, and I'm gone. In a bit, people.